Hi guys, it's Jamila here from Slap. Today I'm going to be doing a video on some of my favourite glowy products. These are a mixture of highlighters, illuminators, liquid highlighters, powder highlighters, body highlighters. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of my favourites. Also going to be sharing with you guys some of my honourable mentions. All of them are going to be swatched and a lot of them are going to be demoed. So hopefully it will be interesting and intriguing and illuminating to watch. If you haven't subscribed already guys, please subscribe. We would love to have you in the Slap family. And without further ado guys, here is the video. So guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favourite highlighters. All of these highlighters are suitable and available for all skin tones. So if this isn't your exact shade, there's definitely going to be a shade for you. So first up are two of my favourite highlighting products. These are the Drunk Elephant De-Bronzy Anti-Pollution Drops. These are such a nice highlighting, bronzing product, and I use them under my foundation. It's kind of the first step I use after a primer, and I just kind of slather this all over my face, and it just gives my face a really nice illuminated, fresh, glowy look. This is actually a trial size and it's lasted me way over a year, so I will be purchasing the big one when I run out. It feels like this has lasted forever and I love it. On this side I'm going to show you guys the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. This is such a nice product. I've got this in the shade 6.5 and I've also got it in the deeper shade 7, which was their original shade. She did release the 6.5 earlier this year and I did do a video on it, so I will link down my comparison video of them below. These are so handy. They just give your skin a really nice filtered, glowy, illuminated finish, and whenever I've got these under my foundation just looks a lot glowier and more perfected and bouncy and makes my skin look super supple. These are a favourite for so many people, so I'm going to show you guys both of these on. This makes my skin look a lot more healthy, a lot more glowy, a lot more radiant, and it's very, very subtle. It's not like it gives a lot of illumination. It doesn't look like I've put loads of highlighter or glow illuminator on my face. I really like this. Very subtle, but it does just give my complexion a little lift and definitely just kind of makes it look a lot healthier and brighter than it did before. On this side, I'm going to show you guys the Charlotte Tilbury. Normally with this one I blend it in with a sponge and my concealer. I blend them all in together, but I just want to show you what it looks like on bare skin. So that is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter in the shade 6.5. It's very, very illuminating. It's a lot glowier than the Drunk Elephant, but the Drunk Elephant gives a bit more of a bronzy, subtle feel, and the Charlotte Tilbury just gives me a full-on glow. So as you can see, the Charlotte Tilbury definitely has a lot more of a reflect to it. It gives my skin a bit more of a bouncy feel. So those are two of my favourite illuminators. I do have two other honourable mentions, which are the NARS Glow Booster and the Kevyn Aucoin Glass Glow Face. It's a bit thick. It's a really nice colour though. It comes with a little pump as well, which is very handy. The colour is gorgeous. It's very bronzy. But because of how thick this is, I would use it more as an over top highlighter than an under foundation. And the NARS one is good. I use this on the days I don't want to waste my Drunk Elephant one or my Charlotte Tilbury one because I'm trying to get through it. It comes in a glass bottle. The packaging of this is really nice. It reminds me of their Luna liquid bronzer. Both really nice products, but not as good as my two favorites. Next up is my favorite cream highlighter. This is a highlighting balm and it is from the legend, the queen, the mother, Pat McGrath. The Pat McGrath Labs Bronze Skin Fetish Highlighter Balm and Duo. This is such a good product and I feel like it is super underrated. It really was the first balm highlighter that I experienced and I saw come out, so I have to give it its props. This comes in 3 shades. It comes in light, medium and deep. On one side you have the coloured side, the bronze side, which is this bronze colour here. This is such a nice colour. And then on the other side you have a clear balm. So you can use them either way around. I tend to use the balm side first and then I go in with the bronze side, but you can do whichever you prefer. So that's the balm. And then I go in with the bronze. And then I just dab it in. And it's super glowy, it's super natural, and this is really good if you like your makeup to look like skin and you like your skin to look like skin, if that makes sense. Next up is one of my favourite body highlighters. This is the Tom Ford Soleil Blanc Shimmering Body Oil. I bought this on a random Selfridges haul one day and I've loved it ever since. Whenever I spray it, it makes me feel like summer is here because it is like the most summery, glowy product. The label has a little bit of a bubble in it and it won't go away. But apart from that, I absolutely love the packaging of this. It comes in a glass bottle with glittery shimmer inside. And it's actually perfumed. It means that in summer I don't have to wear perfume, so it's just really nice and easy. And yeah, it's just so nice. So I'm gonna show you guys it on. It smells absolutely amazing on and it gives like a glittery effect on my skin, which I really like. So this is definitely my favorite summer product and it's going to last me for absolute ages. So next up are 2 of my favorite highlighters and the ones I use more than anything else. These are the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand in the shade 2 medium. This is the Pillow Talk shade, and this is the Becca Glow Silk Highlighter Drops in the shade Champagne Pop. This came out I think about 2 years ago and it has lasted me so long. I think there's about that much left. So I'm definitely going to be stocking up on this before Becca goes out of business in September. This is my favourite highlighter and is the one I use as a nose bridge highlight all the time. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand in the shade Pillow Talk Medium. This is such a nice rose gold shade. Whenever I want something quite warm and rosy on my cheek, then this is my perfect highlighter. I tend to use these together. I tend to use this one first and then I will go on top just to brighten it and lift it with this. So I'm going to show you them separately and then I'm going to try and combine them afterwards as well. First up is the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand in the shade Pillow Talk Medium. This comes with her kind of sponge applicator. I don't really use it directly on my face. I tend to use it on my hand first and then just dab it on. It's a really bright coppery rose gold pink shade and it's so nice, so flattering. As you can see, especially if I've got like a warm eye look or bronzer on, it just brings everything together and just makes everything really cohesive and flattering as well. So I love this highlighter. Definitely something I'll be repurchasing whenever I run out of it. On the other side, I'm going to show you the Becca Glow Silk Highlighter Drops in the shade Champagne Pop. It's a shade I can use all year round, but it is quite cool tone, so I don't always use it on its own, but it's really good for like lifting this one. And as you can see, it's just bringing out the cool tones in my eyeshadow, whereas this one's bringing out the warm tones in my eyeshadow. So I'm going to show you how I wear them together. Normally I just use the Becca one as my nose bridge highlight, but if I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury one, I'll keep it consistent, so I'll use Charlotte Tilbury first. Then I will go in with a bit of the Champagne Pop. So I really love these two. They just give a really nice glow to my skin, and they both look weirdly natural. Even though they're quite bright colours and they're quite strong pigments, they do still look very natural and very flattering on my skin. So I really like them. I think they are definitely my top two. So I've put a little bit of blusher on top, which is normally what I do. And then sometimes if I'm feeling very extravagant, I will use a little bit of powder highlighter on top, just to kind of bring everything back together again. And also just because I'm obsessed with highlighters. I've got a few favourite powder highlighters, but I only have a couple that I reach for all the time. The Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette in the shade 005 Copper Gold. This was a limited edition palette, so not sure if it is still available, but I was watching a Sephora video the other day and they were saying that the 001 Universal is really good for all skin tones. So I'm going to be trying that one too, but if you do manage to get hold of this, I do really like this. It's quite glittery, but I quite like it. All of the glitters are very flattering. They're kind of all the same shade as that Charlotte Tilbury kind of pinky, rosy gold, coppery shade. The most disappointing shade in here is the bronze. It's just a bit dull. The others are really good. If you remember from my video, I did actually drop this during my reviews, so I have to be really careful with it, but I really love this. I reach for it all the time. My favourite highlight powder, which I just rely on the most, is the McGrath Sublime Skin Highlighting Trio, which is in the shades, it comes in 3 shades. It's got a bronze, a yellow gold, and a pink. Whenever I'm using anything pink in the McGrath, this pink highlighter just makes everything look so uniform and really good. The yellow gold is a yellow gold I reach for a lot if I want like a nose highlight. I want something quite bright and yellow. And the bronze is one I reach for whenever I want like a nice bronze, rich, deep highlight. So I think this is definitely one of the best highlighting palettes, and it's definitely underrated. It's very smooth on the skin. It looks very molten. It's very intense. Like everything is very intense. It's like a very intense yellow gold, very intense bronze gold, and a very intense pink. But they're really unique shades, and I feel like they're shades you won't really be able to get anywhere else, and McGrath did them first, so they're the best. So I'm just going to show you some swatches. First start with the pink one, which is the bottom one here. And these are all really baked formulas. And then last but not least is the top one, which is the bronze. My favorite bronze highlighter ever. For like just a low-key, natural, especially on my nose highlight, this is the Bobbi Brown highlighting powder in the shade Afternoon Glow. Another honourable mention that I had been looking at for ages online, and I just didn't know whether to get it or not. I watched a couple of reviews. I didn't really see it on a deeper skin tone, so I didn't know whether to get it. Eventually I just bit the bullet and got it, and when I first got it I was slightly disappointed in it, but I've been using it a bit recently and I am really enjoying it. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Superstar Glow Highlighter. It's such nice packaging, it looks so pretty. It's a lot more gold than the Bobbi Brown Afternoon Glow. It's got shades in it that would flatter pretty much every skin tone, so that's why I bought it. I do like it, and it has grown on me a lot, so it's definitely one of my tops. So yeah, it's definitely a grower, this one. It's huge, I don't know if I'll ever finish it, and the packaging of it is stunning. This also is refillable as well, so you got the little pin there, so you can pop it out and refill it. So even though it was limited edition, I presume she will keep doing the refill. So I'm going to quickly show you guys a demo of the Dior one. Whenever I'm using this, I use like a tapered highlighter brush. This is a Japonesque brush, and I tend to just go through all three of these. I never really know which one I prefer, so I just kind of do a mixture of all three. So those are some of my favourite highlighters and glowy product, and I thought since summer is coming up it could be interesting to see some inspo. So hopefully it was useful, hopefully it was interesting. I've been really wanting to do this for a while just because I have so many great highlighters and illuminators and glowy products that I just love, and I thought that would be interesting to see some of them on. Hopefully it was helpful. Sorry about my face throughout the video. It definitely went from like okay fine to like oh my god what's happening here to okay that's kind of a bit better by the end. So hopefully it wasn't too traumatizing. Hopefully it was okay. Also, please excuse my breakout face. I don't know what happened. I actually do know what happened. Anyway guys, I hope you guys liked this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already guys, please subscribe. I would love to have you in the Slap family. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.